Get into the out there. So if you have not taken that family road trip yet, now is the time to do it.
All right, but before you head out the door, there are things you can do to be travel ready. Joining us this morning is Lauren Fix.
Our fave.
Our fave, the car coach, the one and only. Fix, great to see you again. We know cold weather. Thank you. We know that the cold weather can reduce EVs' battery range, right? Yeah. Does the hot weather have the same impact?
It actually does. So I recently just reviewed a bunch of different electric vehicles. And as soon as you put on the climate control, the air conditioning, because it's hot. I'm here in Buffalo. We have record heat. So you put on the climate control and you can watch the life of the battery cut in half. Now, remember, a lot of people that own electric vehicles, what they do instead is they rent vehicles to go on road trips like this Lincoln Navigator behind me, because it's got entertainment built in. It's got 3 rows of seating. It's got tons of storage, especially when you bring your own things. So a lot of people that own electric vehicles don't want to drive something this large every day, so they own an electric vehicle knowing all these factors.
All right, let's talk about the tires when it comes to not only the heat, but the storms. I would think tread is the first thing that comes to mind, but is there anything else that we need to know about our tires?
You're correct, Stephanie. You want to check your tire pressure once a month. You open up the driver's door of any vehicle you have, and right inside the driver's door, it'll tell you the correct tire pressure for your vehicle. So you could have 2 of the exact same trim levels, but different years or different models, and they'll have different tire pressures depending upon what came with the vehicle. So use that tire pressure gauge, check it against the number inside the driver's door in the morning when the tires are cold. Tires are very expensive. They run between $300 and $400 each on some larger vehicles, especially on electric vehicles. Right. And you want good tires. It's the only thing that touches the ground. No matter whether it's this vehicle or a Mini, you know?
Yeah. Yep. If you get new tires, is that going to change the tire pressure, or it's more based on the car versus the type of tire you get?
So the tire pressure is based on per model, make, and year. So when the engineers design this vehicle, these tires are designed for this car. So if you go and get another tire, another brand, that's fine. Just remember the tire pressure is always the same. Now, unless you're getting a different load rating, that means you're putting like a big cargo container on the roof, and you're always hauling a trailer, then you want different load-rated tires. Check with your tire professional. They'll get you the right tires.
Great, thanks.
Great question, great answer. Fix, we're in Georgia, as you know, here at the Weather Channel, but I couldn't believe that I saw gas below $3 a gallon the other day.
That's for now.
How can everybody else? Yeah, I know, right? How can everybody else find the best deal at the pumps?
Well, there's apps like GasBuddy. AAA has one. You can check around. I always say plot out your path. If you're going to take an electric vehicle, plot out where the charging stations are. Find things to do. Don't sit in the car. You can do that. You're already sitting in the car. Go find a place to go. Let the vehicle charge or fill up at a place where you can stop and maybe have a picnic. We bring coolers with us. I'm going to be making a trip to Pittsburgh next week. I will have my own coolers. We bring our own food. It's so much less expensive. Every time you stop at those fast food places, oh, I love Buc-ees. My absolute favorite. Buc-ees is actually on the back of my Raptor. I have Buc-ees stickers because I think that's one of the most amazing places ever.
How did I know that? How did I just know that?
You saw my Raptor.
I have yet to visit one. I think I need to actually make it as like a weekend trip.
That is a trip.
Yes, that's a trip within itself. Going to a Buc-ees. Lauren, we have like 15 seconds. Number one thing to do before we go.
Always plan the trip out in advance. If you got to rent a vehicle, at least bring the things with you. Keep the kids entertained, because I'm telling you, and always be charging. Remember those charging cables, really, really important. You want to keep them entertained.
Lauren Fix, I thought you were going to say make sure the drivers get a good night's sleep, but that's good enough.
That is always true.
Lauren, great seeing you again. Thanks for joining us this morning.
I have a good tip if you have kids. I saw this on somewhere. You took a car here, and every time you move, you like keep moving the car along so the kid knows how much longer they have in the car.
Good idea.
Look at you.